XV1, up for critical review and reaction, is the late, great Jordan Maxwell on Helena Blavatsky.
You love the lies. You love the lies, the sex, the entertainment, the beer. You love your sports. You love the world. And yet Jesus, the scripture said, the world was not worthy of him. So when you are interested in talking about Blavatsky, then you better know who she was and what she was doing. So my position on Blavatsky is very clear. I'm not a follower of Blavatsky, but I'm intellectually aware that when somebody is saying something, I don't care who they are, if it's the truth, and I know it's the truth because I've already proved it, and I see it as truth, I give them their due.
Yeah.
Blavatsky said many things which were absolutely, flawlessly true. It doesn't mean she loved God, and she was holy and righteous. No, nobody said that. I just said there are certain things she said which are true. And intellectually, I understand what she was saying because I've read her work. But you give me any damn name, I am intellectually interested to know what people are doing. I want to know what they have said. I want to know who's financing them. I want to know where they've come from. I want to know. And the only way you're going to learn anything is if you stop, pontificating. Because, I think it was Isaac Asimov said, Plato. It was Plato who said, I can understand when a child is afraid of the dark. What I can't understand are adults who are afraid of the light. And that's why today I understand what Blavatsky was saying, and many things she said were true. It doesn't mean she was from God. It doesn't mean she was holy. And it doesn't mean I'm following her. But intellectually, I've read her, and a lot of things she said were true. So if you want to talk about Blavatsky, let's talk about Blavatsky, what she said, and what was absolutely true. So I am not a follower of Blavatsky. I'm not a follower of anybody in this world. But I do admit when I see something which is true and someone says it, then it was true, then I don't mind admitting it. I'm free and open. Know the truth and it will set you free. So I'm not afraid of offending God. I'm afraid of being stupid and religious and bigoted and ill-informed. Because why? Because propaganda does not deceive you. Propaganda helps you to deceive yourself. So I asked the question in my life, what was it that the Pharisees, the Sadducees, were doing that caused Jesus to rant and rave about them? What was it that they were doing that caused Jesus to hate them so much? Well, first of all, Sadducees was a religious order, and they were God's chosen people. Well, that alone, it turns me off to start with. And so, second of all, the Pharisees were lawyers. Well, lawyers have built the worthless world you live in. They're only interested in money and corruption and power. They don't give a damn about truth. And so the scribes, well, as I said, the scribes they write scripture. And so the scribes write the scripture, they scribble scripture. And so these people who write the holy books that you can find in any Christian bookstore and all the Christian seminaries, and you better look at that word seminary because it comes from seminary. You better watch out. You better wake up. So once you begin to see what religion really is and where it's come from, then you look at yourself. Look at your personal life in this world, and you tell me that you are highly intelligent and filled with light. Because Jesus said if you're filled with light, light from a hill. Don't put a basket over it. Let the world see the light. If you are a follower of the light, let the world see you. The world is not interested to see the light. They were sound asleep. That's why God says, get out of her, my people, if you don't want to suffer with her, because all of these people going to churches, they love the Lord, and they love their particular members of their church. They don't want to hear the real truth. They're not interested. Not your family, not your friends at work. What they have done to me, they will do to you. Why? Because for the first time, you are waking up to the world that is in darkness. The entire world is lying in the power of the wicked one. Get it? So once you see that Christianity is a metaphor, it's a symbolic story that has been told from day one. Christianity and the conceptual ideas expressed in Christianity go back tens of thousands of years. And all that we've been told about and as growing up as Christians, all of it was wrong. All of it was not true. None of it was true. And that's why today, by their fruits, you shall know them. Look at the fruit of your life and the life of your friends and the life of your city and the life of your country and the life of the world. Look at the life we humans live. By their fruits you shall know them. We live in violence, drug addiction, gang wars, raping, sex, drugs, music, rock and roll, demonic depravity, and the Illuminati, masters of organized crime, are doing just fine. And real people who care about spiritual things, they don't know what's going on. So they have something they call faith. And it's that wonderful quality that allows you to believe something that you know ain't true. So Christianity needs to understand what the word faith actually means. If you go back to the ancient Greek word faith and what it meant, it doesn't mean the same thing today at all. Today, people say they have faith. Faith means today you hope and you're praying that God will do something for you, and you just know that He will, and you just have faith that He will, and you just have hope that He will step in to do something for you, and so we have faith. No, that's credulity. So just because you've killed a lot of Jews and you've now come to heaven, you know, there's no 72 virgins here, airhead. I never knew you at all. There's nothing holy about you. You're just one more that should have got out, but you didn't. So what faith actually means, to give you an idea of what the Greek word translated faith actually means. To give you an example is when you get up in the morning, you stand up. When you get out of bed, you stand up, but you did not look at the floor. You did not look at the floor. And that's important, because that's what the word faith means. You got up and just knew that the floor was going to be there, so you don't even think about it. You just get up. But there could have been a hole there, and you fell into it. Could have been a lot of broken glass there, but you didn't look. Could have been filled with nails and razor blades, etc., but you didn't look. You just got up, and everything was fine the way it's always been. That's what faith means. The correct understanding of faith is know the truth, and the truth will set you free. And all of a sudden, when you give up everything in the world, when you give up all your religious beliefs, all of your bullshit that you're into, and you trust the Great Spirit to guide you, and you ask for help from the divine world, from the world of God, you ask God for guidance. Then all you have to do is just get up in the morning and just go do whatever you do, and just realize that no matter what you do, someone is watching you and will guide you. And for some reason, all of a sudden, you just kind of know what to do and be in the right place at the right time, and somebody else got killed, and then you just happen to be in a car going this way when something happened that way. All of a sudden, you begin to see your life is kind of protected, and you're beginning to find things that you didn't know existed. When the evil and something happens, you happen by chance to just be there and just gone. That's because you are now having faith, meaning you just go about your life. You got up in the morning and didn't even look, but there was a floor there. Why? Because the floor has always been there. So you don't question if it's going to be there. Well, the same thing with God. The Great Spirit has always been there, and it will always be there.